been a year since you've been back home. We miss you. Where are you? Are you still there?
Let's get it in motion, let's get it in motion. Doubling back on you, I had to refocus. If I were you, to be honest, I wouldn't approach us. Out in the world, ready. Let's get it in motion, let's get it in motion. Come to the hood, I give you a tour. They were content with life, but I wanted more. Thinking of ways of getting my foot in the door. Let's get it in motion, let's get it in motion. Let's get it in motion, let's get it in motion. Let's get it in motion, let's get it in motion.
Are you still there?
All of the homies we had turning to ghosts. We didn't know any better or know how to cope. Had to try out for the team, then wait on results. That was St. Andrews, I hated the coach. Entering raffles, I was just doing the most. Paying to play for the shows, you know how it goes. Plotting with ass, we were just struggling on unemployment, back on the ropes. I had to get it in motion, get it in motion. Listen to Quick on the radio, then were the days. Balancing options, getting in so many ways. So many plays, I ended up playing it safe. Let's get it in motion, let's get it in motion.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Here's Young from the arc. Second shot opportunity. That one drops for him.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
A three from McCollum. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. A veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum, seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time he checked the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, pencil him in. 20 to 30 in those range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
And a wide open look for McCollum. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Well, McCollum is never afraid to get competitive at the arc.
Young looking it over. Pass to Leonard. Launches a three. Kessler with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Yep, that one goes in there. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Knocked loose. And Westbrook throws it down.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And although he's smaller, Young willing to battle inside and shows you he can score through contact.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor. Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
And an unfortunate trend for the Utah Jazz stand the past couple seasons, losing the battle of possession.
Yeah, Kevin, and that's hard to overcome. When you turn the ball over at a high rate, and then at the other end, you don't force any turnovers, you're losing that possession game all the time. Now, fortunately, they rebound the ball well, and that helps a little, but it doesn't totally solve the problem.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Simmons with it. Outside, White. From downtown, drills the three-pointer.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
From deep, Batum grabs the miss. And so Powell will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by one. Pass to Simmons. Back to Powell. Lets it go from deep. Utah with the rebound. Here's Connect. And Connect slams it in.
Rising up. Dalton Connect.
Here's Simmons. The putback. It's hauled in by Baji. Jazz leading by 3. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Pritchard. Off target from three-point range. So it's the Clippers now. Out to White. Pass to Batum. Lets it go with the 3. And it's White missing. Here's Sexton. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
And he sinks the second.
At the line for 3.
Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Utah. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The deep.
18.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Pass to Leonard. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Drops in the tray.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Young, good.
Well, look, Trae Young is a very creative guy and very elusive on the dribble.
To the paint. Here's Pashi.
Showing great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Young into the lane, and Pritchard pulls it down. Jazz leading by 8. Stan, as you know, in past years, Peyton Pritchard had always wanted a starting role. But now, more opportunity, and he has responded.
Yeah, Kevin, he's very competitive and certainly deserving of rotation minutes. He is just now entering his prime.
Here's Young. It's deflected. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Offensive rebound. Tries again. Here's Pashi. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Sexton. Overdone. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Clippers trail by 9. And Jones slams it in.
You know, such a selfless player. I love how Young stays consistent in how he involves his teammates.
To the middle. Stolen by Zubac. To the inside. And Jones slams it in.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
Greg Colin Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
And what a new era for the Clippers, Greg, playing here in their own arena, the Intuit Dome.
You had no more sharing, right? No more covering up Laker banners. It feels like the Clippers are on their own 2 feet now. This was the goal for the ownership group, and they made it happen.
And it's McCollum in the corner. .144 left in the first half of the game.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And it's the Clippers' ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. It's White on the wing. Pass to Powell. Fires for 3. Kessler with the rebound. Jazz leading by 4. In the corner, it's Nesmith. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, clever as always. You can expect McCollum to spot and exploit those gaps.
Simmons looking it over. Outside, White. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Here's Westbrook. No good with the layup.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Here's Nesmith. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Clippers trail by 6. Simmons with it. Westbrook picks him up. No good from Simmons.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. McCollum outside. Shoots over White. And the basket by McCollum. And now it's an 11-point Jazz lead. Here's White to halt the run. He lays it in. White's got 6 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And that concludes the first half. It's the Jazz up by 9. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. And they get it back. Here's Young. Utah with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles, taking on the Lakers. In the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
That bucket in no time at all. 10 points for him.
Well, Young saw how the defense was going to play the pick and roll, and that was all he needed to create a score for himself.
It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Jazz leading by 10. Here's the teardrop. Westbrook, no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Now McCollum, he has 5. From outside the arc, he doesn't hit that one.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Screen by Zubac. And here's Young from the arc. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. 10-point lead. In the corner, it's Kessler. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Dunn for the 3. Kessler with the rebound. Utah leading by 10. And here's McCollum for 3. Doesn't go that time.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Leonard with no one around. The basket good off the assist from Young.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
And here's McCollum for 3. No good there. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
A 3 from Leonard. Kessler with the rebound. Here's Westbrook. Here he goes.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
And one thing that makes Leonard's shot so effective is the backspin. Gives him that magic touch.
Here's Kessler. Another shot. It's hauled in by the Clippers. 107 left here in the third quarter. Dunn looking over the floor. Young with no one around. And another three for the Clippers.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Right side, Westbrook. Pocket 6. In the corner, it's Kessler. Tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So both teams making some changes here. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. White, wide open. He fires. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Simmons. And he uses the glass on the layup. And here's Sexton. 1 second left. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one.
The Jazz, 47.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The three trains the three-pointer. Sexton's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Jazz. And it's done in the corner. Here's Zubac. Got a hand on it. Here's Pritchard. Offline with his three.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Leonard on the wing. Back to Young. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by Jackson. Jazz leading by 8. Here's Pritchard. Off target with his three.
Well, this is certainly not the game he was hoping for offensively, but they've been able to find points as a team even without his contributions.
Jones from outside. Sexton with it. Now guarded by Dunn. The Jazz working the ball around now. There's Jackson with the three. Knocks down the three ball.
Timeout.
Jackson's got his first 3 points of the game. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks, Kevin?
Yeah.
Payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about
but
now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. You don't have to make up the deficit all at once. We'll see if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Batum for 3. Here's Eubanks. Got a piece of it. And he's able to get it back. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Utah leading by 12. On the wing, Jackson. And the Jazz, another three.
Timeout.
And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Utah.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Young, that one, no good. The Jazz on offense. It's a 12-2 run here, good pace. Pritchard gets the bucket.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
He misses the free throw. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Young, no good. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Jazz. And Knecht gets it to go.
You have to stay attached to Knecht. He's a terrific off-ball threat.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. From the arc. Dunn left side. Pass to Leonard. Beyond the arc. The rebound by the Jazz.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Jazz.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Russell Westbrook.
And he found a way to leave his mark on every facet of the game. His activity and energy were huge factors.
Young outside, puts one up from 19.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win.